Individual consumers are not the only buyers in a market. Companies and other organizations also need goods and services to operate, run their businesses, and to produce the offerings they provide to one another and to consumers. These organizations, which include producers, resellers, government and nonprofit groups, buy a huge variety of products including equipment, raw materials, finished goods, labor, and other services. Some organizations sell exclusively to other organizations and never come into contact with consumer buyers. B2B markets have their own patterns of behavior and decision-making dynamics that are important to understand for two major reasons. First, when you are a member of an organization, it's helpful to appreciate how and why organization buying decisions are different from the decisions you make as an individual consumer. Second, many marketing roles focus on B2B rather than B2C marketing, or they may be a combination of the two. If you have opportunities to work in B2B marketing, you need to recognize how the decision-making process differs in order to create effective marketing for B2B customers and target segments. Who are organizational buyers? Unlike the consumer buying process, multiple individuals are usually involved in making B2B buying decisions. A purchasing agent or procurement team, also known as a buying center, may also be involved to help move the decision through the organization's decision process and to negotiate advantageous terms of sale. For anyone involved in B2B marketing or selling, it is important to know who will take part in the buying process. What criteria does each person use to evaluate prospective suppliers? What level of influence does each member of the process have? What interpersonal, psychological, or other factors about the decision team might influence this buying process? How well do individuals work together as a group? And who makes the final decision to buy? Marketers should understand their target segments well enough to identify commonalities where they exist and then create effective marketing to address the common roles and decision makers identified. For example, technology companies selling a travel and expense management system should expect decision makers from several departments to be involved in the purchasing decision. The HR department, to ensure the system is user-friendly for employees and compatible with company travel policies. The accounting department, to ensure the system is a good complement to the company's accounting and finance systems. And the IT department, to ensure the system is compatible with the other systems and technologies the company uses. B2B purchasing decisions include levels of complexity that are unique to organizations and the environments in which they operate. First, timely complexity. The organizational decision process frequently spans a long period of time, which creates a significant lag between the marketer's initial contact with the customer and the purchasing decision. In some situations, organizational buying can move very quickly, but it is more likely to be slow. The marketer's ability to monitor and adjust to these changes is critical. Second, technical complexity. Organizational buying decisions frequently involve a range of complex technical dimensions. These could be complex technical specifications of physical products or complex technical specifications associated with services, timing, and terms of delivery and payment. For example, a purchasing agent for Volvo automobiles must consider a number of technical factors before ordering a radio to be installed in a new vehicle model. The electronic system, the acoustics of the interior, and the shape of the dashboard are a few of these considerations. Third, organizational complexity. Because every organization is unique, it is nearly impossible to group them into precise categories with regard to dynamics of buying decisions. Each organization has a characteristic way of functioning as well as a personality and unique culture. Marketing and sales staff need to learn about each customer or prospect and how to work with them to effectively navigate the product selection process. The organizational buying process contains 8 stages. Although these stages parallel to the consumer buying process, there are important differences that have a direct bearing on the market strategy. The organization buying process stages are described below. Problem recognition. The process begins when somebody in the organization recognizes a problem or need that can be met by requiring a good or service. Problem recognition can occur as a result of internal or external stimuli, trade show, or new competitive development. General need description. Once they recognize that a need exists, the buyers must describe it thoroughly to make sure that everyone understands. Both working with engineers, users, purchasing agents, and others, the buyer identifies and prioritizes important product characteristics. Armed with knowledge, this buyer understands virtually all the product-related concerns of a typical customer. Product specification. Technical specifications come next in the process. This is usually the responsibility of the engineering department. Engineers design several alternatives with detailed specifications about what the organization requires. Supplier search. The buyer screens the proposals and makes a choice. The buyer conducts a standard search to identify which providers offer what they need and which ones have a reputation for good quality, good partnership, and good value for money. Proposal solicitation. Qualified suppliers are invited to submit proposals. Depending on the nature of the purchase, some suppliers send only a catalog or sales representative. More complex purchases typically require submission of a detailed proposal outlining what the provider can offer to address the buyer's needs. Proposal development requires extensive research, skilled writing, and presentation. Organizations that respond to many proposals typically have a dedicated proposal writing team working closely with sales and marketing personnel to deliver compelling, well-crafted proposals. Supplier selection. The buyer screens the proposals and makes a choice. A significant part of selection involves evaluating the vendors under consideration. The selection process involves a review of the proposal submitted, as well as vendor compatibilities, reputation, customer references, warranties, and so on. Proposals may be scored by different decision makers using a common set of criteria. This phase is an opportunity for companies to demonstrate their responsiveness to buyers and their needs. Consultative selling and related marketing support are important during this stage. Being attentive during this stage. Order routine specification. The buyer now writes the final order with the chosen supplier, listing the technical specifications, the quantity needed, the warranty, and so on. Supplier typically works closely with the buyer to manage inventories and deliver an agreement terms. Performance review. In this stage, the buyer reviews the supplier's performance and provides feedback. This may be a very complex process, and it may be initiated by either party or both. From a marketing perspective, this stage provides essential information about how well the product is meeting customer needs and how to improve delivery in order to strengthen customer satisfaction and brand loyalty. My name is Xenia Hannig, and thank you for watching.